To me, being normal is just being who I am. You know, I haven't known any difference since I was 12 years old, so this is what I've grown up being like. But to me, normal is just, you know, living in West Des Moines, Iowa, and still having my friends I grew up with in kindergarten, and going to the mall, and not letting all of the titles and stuff get to me. Life back at home is kind of crazy, not gonna lie, but it's still home. You know, my friends are the same friends I've had since kindergarten, and we go to the mall, we go to movies, and we go to the lake, and we do stuff like that. But, you know, it's still hard to go to the grocery store every once in a while because I'll get stopped on every aisle and ask for an autograph. But it's home. Everybody knows me, and everybody feels like family. Having all of the rewards is what I would say. The Wii game and having a clothing line coming out and all this stuff. It's definitely a lot of hard work, but it's one of those things where I never saw it happening. It was just kind of one thing after another, and, you know, my agent would call, which it's weird to think I even have an agent, and she'd be like, you know, we've got this deal going on, do you want to do it? I'm like, sure, you know. I have no idea what I'm getting into, but later on I'll be working hours and hours and hours doing stuff, but, you know, it's worth it. It's one of those things where I worked so hard for so long, and this is just a reward of the hard work I put in. I never thought I'd end up where I am today, especially in gymnastics. I never thought I'd get to a recreational level, let alone an Olympic level. And ever since the Olympics, you know, I've kind of become more than I ever imagined. And I still feel like the normal Shawn I've always been, but, you know, getting to have my own Wii game and be on Dancing with the Stars and do things like that, it's just been such an honor and a whirlwind, and I love every second of it. So hopefully I can continue to do cool things like that. I started gymnastics when I was 3 years old. My parents put me in it because I had way too much energy. I was climbing all over the walls and stacking up toys and getting on the entertainment center, and from day one I fell in love with it. I tried everything else. I tried every other sport out there, but gymnastics is what I kept coming back to, and it was just the love for the sport that got me here. It's, you know, I was never pushed to go to the Olympics. I wasn't ever looking to go to the Olympics even. It's just something that kind of happened. You know, in the beginning, I was the girl that was at the very end of the line getting, like, the really colorful ribbons that said, like, 50 someplace, you know. I didn't care what I got back then. I didn't care what scores. I didn't care about competing. I just wanted to go out and have fun. And I remember stories of my coach having to chase me down because he had no idea where I was during a competition. And I'd be out climbing a rock wall instead of, like, going and doing gymnastics. But I love the trampoline. That's what I fell in love with. That's what got me hooked on gymnastics, and that's how I kind of started the whole passion for it. I don't think I ever thought there was a specific moment that would change my life in gymnastics, but I would say walking into the Olympic arena and thinking to myself, you know what, this is going to change your life. Only because I had made it. I had made it to my ultimate goal and dream, and I honestly had no idea what was going to come of it afterwards, but I knew it was going to be something spectacular and extraordinary and just fulfill any expectation I ever had. And I would say that would be the only moment, only because I could never predict what was going to happen. I always felt like I was going to be the same person, but walking into that arena, I knew something was going to happen, and it was going to be good. When you win medals at the Olympics, it changes everything, only because it puts a spotlight on you in the whole entertainment world and publicity world, but it changes you inside, only because you work so hard for so long to get there, and all you want to do is prove to the crowd, to the world, that you are the best there is. And when you're given that medal and they put it around your neck, it's just that validation that you did your job and you made your country proud and you made yourself proud, and it's just the most honoring experience there is. Gymnastics, to me, the best part is just the thrill. You know, flipping on a 4-inch beam, or doing 3 flips in the air and landing on the floor, or swinging around to bars. It's just the thrill of it. The thrill and excitement and the adrenaline rush is what I love. Nothing can prepare you for spotlight. Nothing can tell you you're going to be normal or stay yourself or do anything. But, you know, the moment I won the medal, you know, the spotlight was put on me, and I loved it. Only because I didn't have a mission to become famous or get a title or anything. I just wanted to tell people my story. I wanted them to see gymnastics and see the hard work that goes into it, and see these little 4-year-olds here working so hard to get to where I am. And I don't know, I think it's a very kind of secretive sport. They only see us compete, and they don't know what else is behind it. And I would say some of the best athletes in the world are born in gymnastics facilities, and it was exciting to me, because as soon as that spotlight got on, I was like, this is my chance to kind of put gymnastics on the map, and I loved it. So, I love walking into a gym and seeing girls genuinely excited to be here, and especially, you know, the little 4-year-olds here. They're so happy and so excited, and when I walk in here and they see me and their face lights up, it's knowing they have something to go to, and they have a passion for something. That's what I tell every person I meet, is just find something you have a heart for, and if you really enjoy it, it'll take you to the moon, basically. And I don't know, just seeing them work out here, it's so inspirational, because I was there, and when they see me, they see themselves, and hope that one day they can get there too, and they can. It's just, I don't know, it's touching, humbling. Deciding to go back and give 2012 London a shot was definitely one of the hardest decisions I've ever made, only because I knew what I was getting myself into. It's a lot of hard work, it's a lot of dedication, but it's something that I want to try, because gymnastics is my life. It's my passion, it's why I'm going back, and I'm excited. I'm scared. It's going to be difficult, but if I can get back into that Olympic arena, I would be fulfilling probably one of my hardest goals and dreams out there. Well, most recently I had reconstructive knee surgery. I took a fall on a ski slope, which if you're a gymnast, you know you're not supposed to do. But so the chatter out on the street is definitely questioned. You know, I've grown up a lot. I've changed a lot. I've taken 2.5 years off of the sport, which isn't normal for a gymnast. You normally don't take a day off, but I think that's why it's so motivating and exciting for me, is because it's that slight question of, is it possible? If I knew it was possible, it wouldn't be as much fun. I love a challenge. And you know what? If the day comes and I'm a month out of the Olympics and I can't make it, I'll be just as happy as ever, because I gave it a shot. And I would always have that question in my mind if I didn't try. I live by it. That is my life motto, is things happen for a reason. And if you really, truly believe that, then, you know, I don't know, there's a destiny out there for everybody. be driven. And that's one of the things I talk to a lot of kids about when I go and travel and give speeches and stuff is you can be driven in anything. You just have to find that one thing you have a passion for. And if you're pushing yourself into a sport or a hobby or the violin or piano and you don't love it, then of course you're not going to be driven to do it because you don't want to. But if you find that little niche that you just adore and can't get enough of, then drive isn't a problem. A lot of people don't give gymnastics a chance. They don't go to a gymnastics facility and sign up for a class. And that's one of the reasons I'm doing this game, is because it gives people the opportunity to be a part of gymnastics and to see what it's about and to give it a shot without having to go do cartwheels on the floor. And I'm just hoping it'll spark some people's interest to get into the gym and try it out and maybe become Olympic gymnasts in the future. For me, the best part about this whole thing is being able to have the power to change lives. It sounds huge and monumental, but it's little things. It's about going into a gym like this and lighting up a little girl's face and showing her it's possible to make that new skill, to get to the next competition. I remember the one thing I told myself after my Olympic Games was, I have fulfilled my dream. Now it's my job to help others fulfill theirs. And, being able to go into gyms and coach and do things like this, it means a lot to the girls and to the little boys. So doing little things like that, it's fulfilling. Some of the best advice I was ever given that I continue to tell people is just to have fun, to, make sure you're happy and you do something you love, because life's too short not to. And so one thing I was taught by my parents is to do something you love and to not take anything for granted. So I don't know, it's simple things. It's to live by simple mottos and rules, and then things happen on their own. Winning Dancing with the Stars was so great. Coming right after the Olympics, and I came up with 3 silver medals and then a gold medal, and going straight to Dancing with the Stars, trying something brand new. It was one of those things where I thought I was going to get kicked off week 1 or 2, but being awarded with that mirror ball trophy and winning the whole thing, it was just kind of that, fulfillment and knowing that I could be more than just a gymnast, and I could do more than just what I've done my whole life, and I loved it. I'd do it again in a heartbeat if I could. I never considered myself a dancer, and there's always this ongoing thing in the gymnastics world that I wasn't graceful, and I couldn't dance, and I couldn't do this, but, going on Dancing with the Stars, I was very shy. Outside of gymnastics, I was the shyest girl out there, and so it really brought me out of my comfort zone and taught me a lot, and now I can tell the gymnastics world I am a dancer, and I don't know, it's cool, it's fun. What's next? Well, video games coming out, which I'm really excited for. I'm working on a bunch of other things. I have a clothing line that I'm just starting, getting into that whole incorporation type thing. Working on another book to kind of tell my story, an inspirational book. Training, basically, that's all I'm doing now. I can't get caught up in all of this, but hopefully later on I'll continue on and have my own show someday and be able to host it, and I don't know, just stuff like that.